1953, a clandestine project called Mkultra began under the CIA. Codenames like Bluebird and Artichoke painted a chilling portrait of experiments on unwitting civilians. Over 2 decades, psychologist Dr. Ewan Cameron tested mind-altering drugs and hypnosis, attempting to create multiple personalities within his subjects. One specific case, patient Alice, subjected to 150 sessions of sleep teaching. The technique aimed to erase a person's memories and replace them with new ones. The program eventually ended in 1964, but its impact lingered. Many victims were left scarred, unable to recall their past or trust themselves. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. In 2018, a Chinese-American dual citizen named Jerry Chun Xingli was arrested in Belgium for espionage. His 30-year career had seen him rise through the ranks of China's most secretive intelligence agency. The Mrs. Li began his service in 1988, the same year Deng Xiaoping ended China's Cultural Revolution. For decades, he attended every classified briefing, a rare privilege only given to trusted agents. One specific detail that stands out: Li was fluent in 8 languages, making him an invaluable asset in espionage operations worldwide. In 2018, after his arrest, it was revealed Li had provided intelligence on nuclear weapons, missile systems, and military strategies to Chinese authorities. His arrest marked a significant blow to the MSS's global influence. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. (1945) Project Paperclip began. Over 1,600 German scientists were secretly recruited, including Wernher von Braun and his V-2 rocket team. Braun, a key architect of Hitler's missile program, was promised immunity for war crimes in exchange for his expertise. He arrived in the U.S. on June 15. Von Braun led NASA's early space missions, contributing to America's space domination. But his past remained buried, a dark secret fueling success. In a chilling twist, von Braun was not alone. Other Nazi scientists brought over had worked on horrific projects like V-1 flying bombs and chemical weapons. The consequences were far-reaching. America's alliance with its enemies blurred the lines between good and evil, a price paid for post-war victory. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. (1967), in the heart of Vietnam War, a covert airline took flight. Unmarked planes under the alias Air America. Operating secretly, these aircraft transported not just troops and supplies, but drugs too, by the ton. Cocaine from South America, heroin from Southeast Asia. One plane, the Bright Star, made 12 round trips a month between Laos and Thailand, delivering drugs disguised as aid. Pilots, often former military, were oblivious to their cargo's true nature. In the aftermath, one pilot, Tony Provenzano, was found dead. His plane crashed in the jungle. His family believes he was silenced for knowing too much. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. (1985), Christopher Boyce and Andrew Dalton Lee, 2 young Americans, betray their country. Boyce, a former TWA flight dispatcher with top-secret clearance, sells secrets to the Soviet Union. Lee, an aspiring artist, assists in the scheme. For 4 years, they leak classified documents about U-2 spy planes in ARPANET, the precursor to the Internet. Their treason nearly derails the Cold War. In a chilling twist, they fund their espionage with drug smuggling and trading secrets for cocaine from the infamous Medellin cartel. Caught in 1977, Boyce receives a life sentence. Lee, after a botched escape attempt, gets 45 years. Their tale serves as a grim reminder of the consequences of betrayal. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. (1943), a secret army project began intercepting and decoding Soviet messages. Code name, Venona. For years, analyst Richard Halliburton meticulously cracked the code, revealing an astonishing web of Soviet spies within America's very heart. One such spy was Alger Hiss, a top State Department official in 1938, exposed as a Soviet agent in 1948. The Venona transcripts provided undeniable proof. But the most shocking find was Klaus Fuchs, a British-German physicist working on America's atomic bomb project. In his Venona messages, he detailed the bombs designed to the Soviets. The consequences were dire. After the bomb's successful test in 1945, the USSR quickly developed their own, shortening World War II and altering the geopolitical landscape forever. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. In 1917, a telegram arrived in Washington. Signed by German Foreign Secretary Arthur Zimmermann, it promised Mexico territory if they joined Germany against the U.S. The British intercepted it and shared it with President Wilson, turning American public opinion against Germany. But the plot twisted further. The telegram wasn't just a promise of land, it was a desperate plea for war. German leaders hoped to divert America from joining the Allies in Europe. The telegram's specific details were chilling. It named cities, proposed military strategies, and even suggested Mexico attack Texas and California. America, shocked by this treachery, declared war on Germany 6 days later. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. In 2017, Wikileaks published Vault 7, a trove of documents detailing the CIA's hacking arsenal. Codenamed Umbrage, these tools let agents infiltrate smartphones and computers without detection. For years, a CIA engineer named Joshua Adam Schultz built these digital weapons. He worked at the agency's embedded development branch. His code gave the CIA unprecedented access to virtually any device. But Schultz had a secret. In 2016, he downloaded the entire Vault 7 archive onto an encrypted USB drive. A year later, WikiLeaks received it. The leak was devastating. It exposed not just the tools but also the methods the CIA used to create them. Foreign powers and hackers could now mimic these tactics against the very agencies using them. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. In 1978, in the heart of London, a KGB agent named Georgy Markov died. Unbeknownst to him, an ordinary umbrella carried his doom. Markov was a renowned Bulgarian journalist and defector, exposing Soviet secrets for BBC. His relentless work earned him many enemies. On the bus, a woman tapped him with her umbrella, leaving a small pellet on his leg. Days later, he succumbed to meningitis, caused by a minuscule poison-tipped device in that pellet. The KGB's Bulgarian branch, codenamed the Bulgarian Umbrella, orchestrated the assassination. The umbrella wielder? A female agent named Kristina Petrova, trained to strike without suspicion. The poison, a deadly variant of ricin, left no trace and took days to show symptoms. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. In 2017, a billion Chinese netizens were monitored by Golden Shield Project, a vast web of cameras and algorithms. Every chat, email, search was tracked, analyzed, categorized. A digital totalitarian regime born in 2003, under Jiang Zemin's rule. Su Xiaodong, a dissident poet, faced relentless online harassment. His every keystroke monitored, his private messages leaked. In 2015, an Uyghur scholar, Ilham Tohti, was arrested for separatism. His computer contained a trove of sensitive data, revealing the extent of China's digital espionage. A single search keyword could land you on a watch list. A single like or share could invite surveillance. Every click, every swipe, a step closer to Big Brother's gaze. In 2019, protests in Hong Kong sparked global outrage. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. (1985), KGB agent Vitaly Yurchenko defects to the U.S., promising secrets about Soviet espionage. He meticulously attends 22 years of classified briefings. But in November, a stunning turn. Yurchenko requests asylum withdrawn, fleeing back to Moscow. The CIA is left reeling, questioning their own security measures. A shocking betrayal. Yurchenko claimed he was coerced by the KGB. One detail too specific to ignore: Yurchenko requested a meeting with former President Jimmy Carter, a request granted days before his defection. Was this a strategic move to gain credibility or a desperate plea for protection? Yurchenko's life took a tragic turn. 2 months later, he was found dead, officially ruled a heart attack. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. In 1943, a British officer named Gus March Jones vanished without a trace. But here's the catch: he had a suitcase full of papers, a dead man's identity, and a daring plan. March Jones was an intelligence officer in Operation Mincemeat, a brilliant deception to trick Nazi Germany. He was to be found floating off the coast of Spain with false documents revealing Allied plans for the invasion of Sicily. The detail so specific it feels impossible? March Jones weighed 17 stone 7 pounds when he drowned. His body was meant to wash ashore, but it never did. Instead, German intelligence found the suitcase and fell for the deception hook, line, and sinker. The twist? Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. (1984) Oleg Gordievsky, British double agent within the KGB. For a decade, he fed Moscow misinformation on NATO. But when his cover was blown, a high-stakes game began. The MI6 sent him a one-way ticket to London. Gordievsky took 2,500 pages of KGB secrets with him. A personal price: his wife and daughter were left behind in Russia. The Soviet Union crumbled 2 years later. Yet, the disinformation war continues today. Russia's active measures remain a threat. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books. October 1962, a U-2 spy plane captured images of Soviet missile sites in Cuba. For 13 days, the world held its breath as President Kennedy faced off with Nikita Khrushchev. Kennedy secretly dispatched CIA Director John McCone to negotiate a solution. Meanwhile, Soviet submarine B-59 was stalked by American destroyers, armed and ready to fire. Captain Valentin Savitsky, armed with just 10 torpedoes, decided to launch. But then, an error alarm blared. The sub's commander, Vasily Arkhipov, stepped in, refusing to authorize the attack. Had Arkhipov agreed, a nuclear war would have begun. Instead, Kennedy and Khrushchev reached a deal. The US promised not to invade Cuba, and the Soviets removed their missiles. Follow Classified Syndicate for more. Check bio for recommended spy and intelligence books.